Alrighty, so Bitcoin managed to hold support yesterday. We did have a slight continuation, as I spoke about, that there would be a possible little bit more downside, but we did have the 4-hour RSI reset, and we were expecting a little bit of a response from the bulls, and all mattered. It all came down to where was that response? You know, were we going to hold these major levels? Were we going to go down to the lower levels? And temporary, right now, as we sit, we have had a bounce, and we've had quite a decent bounce from Bitcoin. And now we're sitting back at 24,200. Now the big question comes, because officially on the 4-hour, we did make a slightly lower low. Are we going to make a lower high, and are we going to go down to the next support? Are we going to go down to the low 22,000s? Should we be patient? Should we be protecting? Should we be moving our stop losses? Many different questions. And then we also got the second scenario where Bitcoin goes yet again for the 25,200. Now it's a boxing match out there right now. We have 25,000 and we have Bitcoin. And right now we have 5-0. We have 5-0. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times that the 25K has beat Bitcoin. But we know in a boxing match, it takes one punch, right? One punch to win the fight. And right now, we are going to see if Bitcoin goes up there, we have to finally break and get through this major area. But what we also started to see yesterday is yet again, dominance looking to lose the lows. We might have a drop in support within the next 24 hours. And if things continue to move in this bullish momentum, we're still expecting quite a bit of movement from the altcoins. So I'm going to go through the whole Bitcoin chart for you. The two different scenarios are, should we buy lower? Are we expecting lower? What will give us the confirmation that we're not going lower? And I'm going to give an update on all the altcoins. No more wasting time, James. Let's get into this shit. Okay.
Click. Have you heard the news? What? With his finger on the pulse, it's like Sheldon knew. Click. When the sniper shoots, we got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, 𝗕𝗬𝗃𝗍𝗍. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. So enter the sniper, click. Time to be dedicated, sniper mode is activated. Explosions in the market are in target, and Sheldon demonstrates. Mirror on the wall, Master Sheldon tell us all. We got Sheldon on the chart, so we never lose. Enter the sniper, 𝗕𝗬𝗃𝗍𝗍. Enter the sniper, he marks the charts right. Enter the sniper, he's calling the cycles. Enter the sniper, click. Enter the sniper.
Crypto Banter fam, what's happening? Hope you're having a fantastic day. James, you zoom me in quite a bit, brother. Why you make me look so big now? I look huge. What's happening, guys? Hope you're having a fantastic day. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button. Remember, we have Sniper School, guys. We're starting in the next, I think, 5 days. We start. I will be doing a live session on Saturday about Sniper School and actually going through all of it with you. I think it's something that's really going to help you throughout this time. So if you open an exchange link below with the Sniper School link and you deposit $100 or more, you can then register for Sniper School, put in your user ID, and from that you'll get immediate access. Hi. I got a crowd here.
What's up?
What's happening, bro?
What's up?
Up or down?
Not
that chart. Not that chart. Let me show you this one.
Dips in this market are meant to be bought.
Meant to be bought.
Yeah.
So you're still saying a new high from here or what?
Well, how quickly did we recover yesterday?
Well, we did recover fast.
Yeah.
But it was slightly first lower low. So is it lower high from here, new high? Maybe we buy a little bit cheaper. I still think we're bullish.
Where are you looking for where do you see a lower low? Are we looking at the same
chart? Yeah.
No, you're looking at the wrong chart.
The
chart is this.
Are you looking at that? Ignore this one. Eh?
That's not, bro.
Maybe I must learn from you.
if you want,
yeah,
sign up for Sniper School and I'll teach you how to read the charts.
Okay, you're gonna take my place. Amazing. Yeah, guys, join Sniper School. It's gonna be insane. We have a couple thousand ready for the next cohort. Join. This is the year to do it. We also have Discord. If you open any of the exchange links below, you'll get VIP into Discord. And that's going to be amazing. You get all my chart updates. You get everything. Okay, let's speak about it. Let's go through a few things quickly. I don't want to drag too long on it. Stock market, dead right now. Hovering sideways. We did lose a short-term trend on stock. on the futures, and it did start to create. Is it annoying you? Okay, zoom me out. Zoom me out. Okay, it's fine, James. It's fine. Okay, I need the distractions. Get out of here. I need to do a show, all of you. Okay. So what we did have was we did obviously have stock market start to make its way down, started affecting the crypto market slightly, slowly stopping the momentum. And we have temporarily lost, a sort of support. Now, this doesn't mean that we start the huge correction yet, but it is starting to give a little bit of warning signs. And the warning signs is that we have one more horizontal support, which is in the area of another 1 to 2% lower from here. And then after that, we start getting a little bit of the gaps, the gaps where we start going 5% from here and even lower down to up to 10%. So we do need to just keep track of the stock market at the moment. Crypto looks good. It's looking really good towards the stock market, but we must be aware. And obviously, let's be aware and continue to be aware of the Dixie chart. Something that is starting to break into this trend. Not too good of a sign just yet. Hoping for a lower high, but ultimately we are starting to get the Dixie break in here. So it's another thing for us to sit and just say caution, caution. Now, the next chart that I want to speak about yesterday, which is respecting it. And I think it's going to be one of the big important charts that's going to save our butts if this market decides to turn or decides to start a real correction. And this is the USDT dominance chart. I spoke about the loss of support of the trend line. And I spoke about the retest yesterday. And so far, we got rejection. We got quite a good rejection on the daily candle over there. And what this is basically still meaning is as long as we stay below here, we still have the opportunity of that big leg to the downside. Now, that leg is basically as big as the previous leg. And this was the leg that obviously got Bitcoin from 16K to the 25K region. Now, it sort of makes sense. You got Bitcoin hugging 25K. After Bitcoin, after 25K, you got 28 to 30. And you obviously got, a double when it comes to the total 3 and the altcoins. So why it's hovering here, the market's about to make its decision. And if it goes into favor with the bulls, it's showing that it's a big move. Now, why is it a big move? Short squeeze. I'm very much aware with Bitcoin where we're at right now, and I'll go through that shortly, but short squeeze. But it is showing a really big leg down here. So we're paying attention. As soon as we start closing in here again, we start being aware of a correction, people going back into USDT, and that will obviously be quite a negative thing for the crypto market. So let's jump into Bitcoin. I want to see anything else. Total 3. These are little things I'm just going to show every day, guys, because you need to pay attention to them. Like I said, total 3 still well in support trend. That's the danger line. That's a really scary line. And understand that we are fighting resistance here because this is where bears are going to hold and this is where the squeeze happens. And it basically shows, let's actually paint the picture here. Bitcoin's at 25K, right? Bitcoin creeps up to 25K now. Altcoins creep up a little bit with it. Okay. Then there's a small gap. There's not a big gap. There's a small gap. There's like a 12 to 15% gap in the next move, which means Bitcoin possibly breaks 25 now and runs. But the gap, the altcoins run with it, but they don't completely explode just yet because it makes sense. Dominance now goes up with Bitcoin. Everything follows Bitcoin. Bitcoin starts to rally, get to different levels, and then it happens. But it shows basically a little bit later on is when we really have the explosion. So what we might see, you bought the Bitcoin, damn it. What does that mean? So what we might see here is the restart in the cycle again, where Bitcoin maybe breaks the level or the correction. I'll go through the 2 different plays now, but it turns back into Bitcoin and then from that Ethereum, altcoins, these sort of things. So just pay attention that there is a nice little push for alts, but what it's showing is a little bit of time for that, and then we actually have the real push. That's the one we want. That's the really big one that nearly doubles the market cap of the total 3 and the altcoins. So that's still in play. Let's jump into Bitcoin and let's have a look. So first thing is this little short-term view that I was giving. Okay. Now, we did start to lose the little 1 hour trend and we started getting a little bit of bearishness. And what we ended up getting was a good bounce. Now we bounced on this area over here, which is a horizontal support. And we could see there's now 2 gaps below that. There's a gap of 22,800 and there's another gap to the early 22,000s. Okay, so we know the importance of holding the support. And what we did do is we held it, which is really good. Now on the shorter time frame, we did end up making a higher high on the 1 hour. And it looks like it's respecting for now this support over here, which is the 24,100. And what it's basically showing here is there is a possibility that from here, we're going to attempt it again. Yet again, now bulls are running out of time slightly when it comes to this. We have to start getting through these levels. Otherwise, it's starting to become another play. And I want to see what you guys actually think of this play. And that's the Wyckoff theory, right? Instead of us thinking that the wall is getting eaten, it's actually offloading. It's actually forming a reversal pattern. And if I show you it here, it basically looks like this, right? Where it comes in here, and then what they do, think about it now. We've had the two areas here, right? And this is the 25,000, 25,000, 25,200. We've now tested a few times. Then what they do is they send it to 25.5 or 2026, right? Because, you know, they all know that's one thing I don't like about crypto is when someone finds out a narrative, everyone follows that narrative. That's the big issue. So a lot of people now are saying 25, we break 25, we go to 28. And that's when we know they start to play their games. So I'm just putting this in your head because many people are saying, you're bullish, be careful of being bullish. It's getting slightly topish and these sort of things. That's why I'm bringing this to your attention too. What they do is they basically send it. We've just had this correction. We go slightly a little bit sideways and they send us up. And we break that 25. We finally break it. Everyone goes absolutely mad. What it then does is it just sits and hovers there slightly for a little bit. And then it starts this big distribution. Now, we saw this on the highs of 65K Bitcoin, you know, a year and a half, 2 years ago when we hit those levels. We saw that. Now, I want to take this and I want to show you the chart because I want to give you two different views here. Okay, so second, if you look at the play there was the first high, second high, we hover here, hover the levels, and from that, we send it. We break through the 25. Everyone, the whole world goes absolutely incredibly bullish. It's such a, and then nuke it. Okay, I'm putting this play in there because I want to remind again, the moment we start breaking this level, dominance is going to go up. Everything is going to be sucked to this level, right? And this is going to be the most important level for us to tighten the crap out of those stop losses and to get to the point where either it's the two plays, right? It's the play where from here, we go sideways and we do have that hard shakeouts, you know, where everyone's euphoric and destroys them. Or we do have that absolute boom, boom, boom. And all of a sudden, this thing just runs straight to 28K. So it's going to come to a very crunch time. I just want to remind you again, the moment you see us get through this level, it is a very important stage for you to tighten stop losses and to tighten areas. Be very careful of buying that breakout and buying those. So what does that mean? It means you want to buy here. And you want to buy on the next scenario, which I'll play it for you now. But basically, this pullback's the one you're buying. And it might be the last one you're buying until we know that we've gotten through here or not. Is this exact pullback here? Now, let's zoom into that for the second. And let's see at the two different plays on Bitcoin at the moment to see how we could look at. So the first play that I'm looking at, I'm still expecting Bitcoin to touch that high one more time. But these are the two different plays that I'm looking at right now. Okay, the first one is this play here. We have a little bit of a pullback now. We hold 24K and we break this trend. This trend where we just put in the two highs. How do you know that that's a trend line? You've had two resets of RSIs. So we break this trend now, we break out and Bitcoin goes from here and it rallies in the step format and it rallies up to 25, 26K. Second scenario is we actually pull back because we made a lower high. I don't know why Run is blind and can't see the lower low over here. He's just looking at, Run sees what he wants to see, not what the chart is always showing. So you got to give the two scenarios. Second scenario is we actually lose this. We lose down, we test, and we actually come down slightly lower. And I don't see us going much lower than the 22.8 to the $23,000 zone. From that, we bounce, we break trend, we make higher low, and then we go and we attempt it. And we attempt to break out that sort of move. Sort of flow. So I'm still seeing us go test that 25,200 one more time. I do see us breaking it. Will we see if we hold it or not? We shall see. I might even go live the moment it happens. Like, that's my goal. I want to try to protect you guys as much as possible. But either way, this for me is buying. So what do you see now is two highs. The highs get broken and we break the trend. You start laddering in now and you start buying the coins that you missed and you put the stop loss below there. I'm speaking about stop losses every show, right? Second scenario is this, by you waiting for this trend line, it's going to teach you not to FOMO in right now. The moment you break in, because it may only break it within 2 days. And this is if the stock market decides that DIX is about to break back into that trend, guys. Stock market might come down. And if it comes down, I'm seeing this play come into play. And then you're going to be able to catch it at even better levels. So that's the two scenarios. Now, before I go into the rest, dominance. Interesting. Now, total 3, I spoke about it. Still expecting a total 3 blow off. Still expecting a great total 3 run. But look at dominance as well. Dominance slowing down, trending sideways right now. And it is coming down to attempt to break this trend. Now, both scenarios. Because think about it, the altcoins got destroyed 2 days ago, right? They did. They got more hurt than Bitcoin. Bitcoin came a little bit. The altcoins came down quite a bit more. We will have the different scenario now on both sides. For example, if we come down and we break this trend now, and Bitcoin breaks that trend to the upside, you're going to have an absolute, just like a melt up from the altcoins. They're going to absolutely rip, which I'm expecting. Secondly, is Bitcoin dumps. And when Bitcoin dumps, and if we break this, you end up getting your altcoins dumping with it, but your altcoins making a higher low than the dump that happened 2-3 days ago. So be aware of that, because you really want those buys. You really want those buys. So pay attention here that on the high time frame with the dominance, we have still not gotten a higher high. And this explosion from the altcoins are still coming. You can see it very much on the chart. Unless Bitcoin breaks 25 and runs to 28, then allow dominance to go up more. That's fine. That's the only exception we're giving. Other than that, this leg is still coming. And I want to remind you again, this is where the exciting part comes. Is because we came up so high, this has all been erased. This previous pump from the alts has all been erased, and you get to live it again. If not way bigger. Like, this is a lot bigger than this leg over here. So we're still fishing in the right boat, and we're still fishing in the right area. And I love as well is if we lose this trend as well, even if the markets turn bearish too, that the love will still be with the altcoins, which is really nice, which means they bounce really hard too at those times. Now, I just want to paint it again. I see ETH waking up. I see ETH dominance. Let's actually have a look at ETH dominance. Oh, it's nearly ETH time. It's nearly ETH time. Look at this. So there's the trend on ETH. Yeah, smash a like. Like. So firstly, ETH dominance. We hold trend. Beautiful. Hold support. Amazing. If it breaks us within the next 2 days, we're going to have an ETH run. You can see it very much. And the next ETH run's pretty big. You could see it's basically from here. We can go anywhere up to these high. Ooh, that's big. You know, that's ETH dominance going up to into the 20s, you know, basically 22, 23. So that's really big on ETH. Let's go print it on the ETH chart. Let's go look at the two scenarios. As you can see, definitely getting ready to buy ETH. If not, you bought it on the first dip. Two scenarios. There's the two scenarios over here. We go from here. Bitcoin goes, it breaks that trend. We break, we test, boom, ETH. Now I'm still expecting ETH. I actually said it on Twitter this morning. Let's see if my Twitter's here. Bitcoin breaks and it holds at 25 and it does run to 28K. Here we go. Here's a few of them. Go to my Twitter and you'll see them. Here we go. $2,200, $2,400 Ethereum, $40 to $60 Solana, 60 cents to 70 cents ADA. Now, this is working on a 28 to 30. Bitcoin goes higher. I'll give those updates as the market moves. These could be higher, definitely. But ultimately, they're looking really good. Near 3.3, 3.6. Go take this list, guys. This is the bullish list for me on where we go if the market's absolutely ripped. And this is all of the chart. So you'll see it on the chart why I chose those levels too. But here's the scenario. Slight pullback in Bitcoin, in Ethereum here. We basically hold 1,650. And from here, we bounce off higher high. You just want to see the higher high retest and it absolutely explodes. That lines up beautifully with the ETH dominance. So whenever we have that, ETH dominance absolutely rips. And Ethereum time, I still think Ethereum outperforms Bitcoin by a lot this year. Then we have a second scenario. Bitcoin makes a lower low, goes into the low 23,000s, which will cause a little bit of panic within the altcoins, but you're basically then coming down Ethereum to 1,550 to this major support. So you know those danger lines I've been explaining to you guys, the main lines over there, that's what I expect. If Bitcoin loses the low, I'm expecting a lot of the alts to come to their main momentum lines. And from here, bounce, higher low, and we start to make our way to the upside. Look at Cardano, many of them. So this is great, guys. You're getting a lot of them on the 4-hour charts. You are getting the nice resistances, which is beautiful, and the 2 plays. Small pullback here. At any point we break this trend, we're on. So basically here, higher low now, breakout, boom. Cardano for me is going to be a rocket. You know, I still think it's going to move. Second scenario, slightly lower low. We come to the main trend line, and from that we break the trend and we explode. Okay, so you're using these trend lines as your friend today to know that this was the low. We just want to know, was this the low? That's all we want to know. Was this yesterday's dip the low, or we're going to go slightly lower? Like that's the question we all just want answered, right? And this trend line is going to help you with that. So there's the 2 scenarios. AVAX looked good, right? Same thing. There we go. Boom. It does have another support. So basically, if we play out the bearish scenario, break, retest, come down to the original trend line, the original main momentum line, and then we bounce hard, or we break this trend and we fly. Remember what I said on AVAX, $35. You know, I'm still expecting this huge surge within the altcoins. And for me, this is the dip. I don't think there's many more dips. Think about it, guys. If Bitcoin breaks 28, 25, it does go to 28. Like, where are we buying? You know what I mean? It's going to be really hard to buy if the market does decide to go absolutely crazy. And, you know, by buying near supports as well. I know a lot of you guys are in, and just to pay attention to these main support lines as well. But there's tons of people with cash. I saw them yesterday. I got cash. That's why I feel that the FOMO run's still got to happen. We still got to have more retail in the market. We still got to have more money flying in. And that money always comes in late. You know, that's how it works. But Phantom, same thing. You got this beautiful trend. I see it. Bullish scenario, we break that now. Higher low is in, and we rock it off, or slightly lower to the main support trend. So a lot of them, guys, are showing these scenarios here. Solana for me is still my favorite on this. Algo is still my favorite. Phantom is still my favorite. These ones for me. If you look at all of them, you could see the same scenario playing out on all of them. So pay attention to that. Stock market, their MATIC, I would definitely. This photo's MATIC. Chart says buy it on support. So we will see what happens after that. But it looks like a $1.3, you know, MATIC could be possible. But if it breaks this, we're flying, guys. So many of them, as you can see, the 2 different main scenarios at the point. So you're going to use that trend line as the line to be hitting. And once we break that, we're on. Stop losses under previous low. You have to update. I said it yesterday. I want your risk to be very little when the market takes off again. So go get all these charts on Discord. No point me going through 1,000 coins. They're all showing the exact same thing. Let the move play out. Let's see where we're at. And tomorrow I'll update. And market goes bullish, I'll give you tons of trades again. Right now, protect yourselves and just be aware of the 2 different scenarios. I'm doing a quick show today. I'll do a longer one tomorrow and updating everything. But have a fantastic day. And let's see where the market takes us next. Much love, Banter fam. I'll see you all tomorrow.